And welcome back into the Ultimate Soccer Show, guys. This is the Ultimate Soccer Show post-game. Canada taking on Cuba at the Gold Cup, 2023 Gold Cup, that is. And I tell you what, fantastic game, but let's get into this. Let's not waste any time. And remember, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, and like, hit the notification button, and bring it back every time. And tell your mates all about it. Get Grandma on the channel. If she's Canadian, she needs to be here, just like us. Anyway, getting into the game. Starts off a little bit sort of like one-sided. Canada making it all happen, getting the pressure on the Cubans. And 6 minutes in, the ball's in the back of the net. But Jonathan Osorio cannot smile because he's offside. Remember, I told you 20 minutes in, we got 20 minutes to get that first goal of the game. I told you that in the pregame. 21 minutes in, though, we do get that goal. It's a handball by Hernandez Garcia. And the referee says that's definitely a penalty. And keep your hands out of play. Hoylett steps up, converts it 1-0. 21 minutes in, we're 1-0 up. It gets better on 26. Osorio taps in off a fine cross from Lucas Cavallini, and you're thinking, how many are we going to get today? How big a score can this become? As soon as we seem to get the 2-goal lead, well, then we sort of changed our flow a little bit. And on 33, Moise Bombito gets changed out, which was a real surprise, by Jaden Nelson, another young and up-and-comer, 33 minutes in. If I'm walking off after 33 minutes and it's not a tactical thing, I'm feeling pretty bloody sad. It's an embarrassment to get taken out on 33 minutes, unless it was an injury. Because if it was tactical, you don't like to see someone get changed out on 33 minutes because that points the finger straight at the coach. You made an error with your tactics. And you're literally changing a guy out on 33. Wait till halftime. You could have waited till halftime for that one. Anyhow, that comes on 33. On 45 plus 2, we're still 2-0 up. But then Dane Sinclair advances, takes down Paradea, and Paradea steps up and makes it 2-1, says, thank you very much. That's the easiest goal I'm ever going to score in international football. 2-1 at half-time, and you're thinking, it should be 2-0. It could have been more, and it should have been more. And we need to pick up the emphasis and get stuck in and start swaying the ball more than we had in the last 15 minutes in the first half. Somebody must be listening because in the second half, we do get underway. 47 minutes, there's a goal mouth scramble in front of the net on 47, and Jaden Nelson taps in to make it 3-1. Talking on that goal slightly, the keeper coughs it up in front of net where he should have gathered it pretty easy. He makes a couple of efforts to gather it, never does. Nelson slides the ball across and literally taps it in, and well done for being Johnny on the spot, because most guys probably would have walked away from that, even though the keeper was flailing for the ball. But big up, Jaden Nelson. 5 games, 2 goals so far. 61 minutes in, Liam Miller gets on the end of it on a corner, heads it right in there. It's 4-1 Canada, and you're thinking, wow, this is going good. And it's still only 60 minutes in. We can get more, way more, but we don't. And the game has its substitutes. And Johnny Herman changed a few things around and takes a little bit out of the flow of the game. And where we had the game by the scruff of the neck, we lost that scruff of the neck by changing players out too willy-nilly, too fast. And also, you could say Dominic Zator coming on in 82 minutes for Zach McGraw. 8 minutes for a guy coming in. Yes, he gets an international cap, yada, yada. But again, is that a necessary change? Leave Zator for the next game. But I will say this. Once Zator came on, didn't you see him able to just stand on the ball, look around, see where it needs to go, hammers the pass. He doesn't stroke it. He hits that pass, gets it to his target player. But he looks around. He's got that air of seeing where the game needs to go next. That's what I was talking about with Dominic Zator. And you guys in the Canadian Premier League, you know all about Zator, but I'm telling the guys that don't know about Dominic. But when he came on, just for those handful of minutes, it was fantastic. Up until the referee gives a penalty against Canada because it's a handball in the box. And who was it? Oh, it was Dominic. It was a very tough penalty to give. And throughout the VAR adjudications throughout this game, boy, did they ever take a lot of time to get the decisions done. They got the correct decisions, fine. But didn't it take a long time? And Reyes puts the ball away to make it 4-2. Dane Sinclair nearly got that, but he didn't. and it just goes in. 4-2 on the night. Let's take a look at the player ratings, because I'll tell you what, it was a decent game. It really was a decent game. But the player ratings might surprise you. I'm going to go through this fast and furious style. Dane St. Clair in net gets a 5 because he gives up a penalty on the night. Richie Laryea, bent-faced Richie Laryea, gets a 7 out of 10. Great wing play, but boy, oh boy, does he ever complain. Zach McGraw, steady game. I give Zach a steady 6 for a steady play. Kamal Miller, Mr. Reliable, always Mr. Reliable, great on the ball, great in the action, never lets you down. Top player, Mr. Reliable. Kamal Miller, 6 out of 10. 7 out of 10, Ali Ahmed. Another great performance by this youngster. I'm loving everything I'm seeing about him. Jonathan Osorio gets a 7-2, gets a goal on 26, and really gave a commanding performance right through the game. Where we needed an experienced head, he was there. And it's really nice to see when Johnny gets the ball, it normally goes in the right place, yeah? He keeps us in the game. We keep possession with players like Osorio far better. On 33, Moise Bombito gets out. I can only say this much. In 33 minutes, I can only give him a 5. He needed a second half for me to add some points. So 5 there. But the guy that came in, Jaden Nelson, brilliant performance. Gets a goal on 47. That's 5 games, 2 goals for Jaden. But he gets a 7 out of 10. Nelson, like I say, on 33 was a surprise addition. But I hope that was tactical, because if it was, it really paid off tactically during the game. And he has a lovely touch. So looking at a few of these young kids left and right on the field up front, we've got some talent. And it's that talent that I was telling you about that's coming through. And there's more coming. But again, Moise Bombito taken out on 33 minutes for Jaden Nelson, who played a fantastic game. Liam Fraser first. Liam Fraser, artistry, defensive artistry, not attacking artistry. He did well in the zone. And what you would say, an unselfish role. Sometimes people have to stay away from the attacking and make sure the back door gets shut quickly, or the transition play doesn't happen. That's where Liam Fraser came in today. Great transition play in the defensive mold. Junior Hoylett gets 7 out of 10, gets a goal on 21. Another great performance by Junior. All down the right side, nice passes, nice interchange play, very experienced, never gives it away in a bad position, never messes up, and always looks like he's eager to go again. Great performance again by Junior Hoylett. And that man has given this nation so much over the years, it's not even funny. Am I a big fan of Junior? Yes, I am. But I guess you are too. And Lucas Cavallini led the line really brilliantly tonight. Gets the assist on the goal for Osorio, but led the line very well until he came out. He gets a 7 out of 10. Like I say, he led the line. That physicality, the defenders don't like it. Liam likes to give it. And Lucas gives it, I should say. Lucas likes to give it, and Lucas gives it all the time. So when you get Cavallini up front, you always see that physical edge. But it makes defenders lose space. It gets in their face, and it opens up space for guys around you, and it makes 4 goals happen on the night. Liam Miller, 7 out of 10, hit the post. He could have had 2 goals on the night. He did get one on 60, that header off the corner. I've never seen Liam get a header go in a net. But this team today played a decent game. They worked for each other. They moved for each other, and literally they drug and ground out a decent performance. It wasn't the silky game that we thought it was going to be. Not at all. I told you this was going to be a battle, and we needed the early goal. And once we got it, we could then relax in our stride. That's exactly what this team did. But on the day, 4-2, we're moving through. Next up, there's going to be coming a prediction show. Don't miss that one. I'm going to be telling you who's moving through to the next round. And I'm also going to tell you who's going to be moving into the semi-finals. So don't forget, prediction show coming up very soon. So don't forget, prediction show coming up straight after this. Will be out later tonight. If you don't get it tonight, get it in the morning. You'll see who I'm saying is going to move through from the quarterfinals into the semis, and from the semis into the final. I'll tell you what, don't miss the prediction show. Also on this one, the man of the match, there he is. You can see him to my right, Junior Hoylett. Great game, great experience. He helped the youngsters out. And not only that, but he put in a top performance with himself as well and hits the back of the net too. Solid performance, and that's what you get from Junior Hoylett. For today, other people are looking for other guys to be man of the match, but my man of the match on the day is one Junior Hoylett. And I tell you, he played fantastically. And finally, as we move through from the group, when you woke up this morning, Guadeloupe was on top of the group. Now, Guatemala is on top of the group. Canada's second. Guadeloupe is out of it, as is Cuba. Guatemala takes out Guadeloupe 3-2 on the day, and up until the 63rd minute, Guadeloupe was moving through. But two quick goals, 70 minutes and 75 minutes for Guatemala. And well, that was enough to send Guatemala through and Guadeloupe out. And Canada is through as second place team. And on Sunday, Canada will play the USA and Guatemala will be playing Jamaica. Get ready for the pre-game show for that. It's coming up in about 48 hours, but also get ready for the prediction show coming up in less than 24 hours. Or I'm going to tell you who's going to be moving through and who eventually I see as winning it all. So there you go, guys. That's the day for us today. We get through 4-2 over Cuba. Guatemala shocks the heck out of Guadeloupe. The group finishes like it shouldn't have finished, but I got no problem with that, and I guess you haven't too. And to be honest with you, I'd sooner see Guatemala get through than Guadeloupe, because if we had to play them again, which we probably will not, but if shock results came through, and we did end up playing a team out of Group D again, I'd sooner play Guatemala than Guadeloupe, because on the day, I think Guadeloupe made a massive error losing this game, really made a big, huge mess up in this tournament, because they should be sitting in the quarterfinals and not Guatemala. Okay, guys, that's it for the day. Get ready for the prediction show. I got to tell you, the knockout round is coming soon, as is the prediction show. And as you know, next up is the USA on Sunday. Come back for the prediction show, but today was a great game by this young bunch of Canadians, and they really stood up and they showed up today, and they dragged out a 4-2 win over Cuba, which wasn't easy, but I did tell you this was the game that we got the best chance of winning in the games of the group, and we got that win today. At the end of the day, we go through with Guatemala. I know I'm happy about it. I hope you are too. Get ready for Sunday. It's coming fast, and it's the USA taking on the Maple Leaf. Let's have it. Cheers.